G'day again, John down Untunage here in Melbourne, Australia. I'll start on a rather sombre note because we've just lost a couple of very well-known Australian Test cricketers in the last day or last 24 hours. The first was Rod Marsh, and he was a well-known wicketkeeper in the 1970s into the 80s. And after they got rid of the horrible nickname that he had at the start of his career, which was Iron Gloves, he turned into Bacchus and Bacchus Marsh. And that was the country town that I grew up in, which is probably 65 kilometres west of here in Melbourne on the way to Ballarat. So, I feel, bad, he was a well-known player. And then just literally a few hours ago, it was probably 2 in the morning I heard of it, that this guy went, and that's Shane Warne. Very, still shocked. He died, of a heart attack apparently. I think he was in Thailand or something, and only 52, so he's a lot younger than me. So sad to hear that. So for a couple of very well-known Australian cricketers, that's a very sad day for the cricketing community. So the missus and I went to a record fair last weekend, just down the road from us here, and there was also a secondhand, those sort of places where they have little markets and things, and there's a bit of vinyl in amongst that as well. So we've had a couple of trips back to check out everything, and we've found a bit of stuff. First one to show that this was I don't really like using the word grail, but this was to me a grail. This is the Part-Time Punks Radio Sessions album, and this came out in about 2012. And it's got 3 songs on each side. One of them is HTRK, which is Hate Rock, which is an Aussie group. I think they're from Melbourne too, actually. And the main side is Tropic of Cancer, which is on the B-side. And this was... I had to go to Canada to get this, because the copy here in Australia, I've seen one, it's $160. It wasn't in good nick, but this was tons cheaper and in much better condition. And... that's the HTRK label side. And this has got the best version of More Alone, which was the one from Tropic of Cancer. That, Camilla Lobo, that's her little project. So that was a grail that has been cleared off the want list.
That's got minimalistic electronic.
Oh, it's dark wave. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So anyway. And the super cheap stuff here, and why not? This is The World of Winifred Atwell. And she was the... I think Jamaican, and she ended up living the end of her life in Australia. There she's at a piano, and what got me interested in this is the first track is Black and White Rag, and that was the Pop Black theme song, which we grew up on in the 1970s here in Australia, and it was worth it just for that. But it's a gorgeous copy too, beautiful condition, and. What did I pay? $3.
Snooker show.
Yeah, so the Pop Black Snooker Show. That's the theme from it. And this was remarkably cheap for what it is. This is Marsha Hines, and it's called Marsha Shines. I think this was her first proper album. And she'd come over to Australia from the United States. I think she did the stage show Hair or something, and just stayed. But this is very early album of hers in gorgeous condition, and for $3 you don't argue. So that's Marsha Hines. And another one in that cheap bin was Etta Jones, as distinct from Etta James. And on this she's got a version of Gloomy Sunday, but Diamanda Galaz has that to herself, I think, and it's a better version, but this is just another one that I've found that has that track on it. So that's the album by Etta Jones. Next one, Mrs. will relate to this. This is Fisher Z, Word Salad. And what was your favourite track off this?
Paracetamol.
Pretty Paracetamol, so that's on this. So this was quite cheap actually. That was one of the ones from the fair. I think I paid $5 for this, which was money well spent. It's beautiful condition. This is Shona Lang and the album South, and her probably main track was Glad I'm Not a Kennedy, And yeah, that came off this, and yeah, beautiful, gorgeous. Yeah, she's a New Zealand singer, so that's one we picked up very cheaply. Some Spy versus Spy, and what do they call it? Yeah, Harry's Reason. Yeah, the wording's printed backwards on this. It's a challenging one to read. I think the back's even upside down with respect to the front, so that's another one. This is about roughly 86. Yeah, Spy versus Spy, the Sydney-based band, and they got in a bit of trouble from the Spy cartoon when they were called. I think they used to be called Spy versus Spy, and now they're V Spy by this time, which is middle 1980s. These guys were very popular in the mid-ish, late-ish 70s. This is Supercharge. I think they were a British band, but yeah, they did very well in Australia. This is local Lads Made Good. What did we pay for this? $5 or something like that. It was dirt cheap. And yeah, you better get up and dance. That was on this, and yeah, tons of horns on that. I think they've got 3 saxes going on one stage. Yeah, Albie, yeah, there he's there. Albie Donnelly, he was the main man. So yeah, that was a very cheap one. This is the album Boys Don't Cry, and it's got the gorgeous, fantastic song I Want to Be a Cowboy, and there's the literally rear view, and that's, I think this is a different cover from when I looked it up. Yeah, the British and American have a different cover to this. But yeah, Boys Don't Cry, and the track I Want to Be a Cowboy had, who'd have in it, darling? It had Lemmy. Lemmy from Motorhead was in it, and apparently they just paid him a bottle of vodka or something for his appearance. So, yeah, if you want to look up the track I Want to Be a Cowboy, you'll see Lemmy on it. This is pretty hard. This has been a bit of a challenge to find. This is 13 at Midnight, and Warring Tribes, it's an EP. I think 87. This is on the Cleopatra label. And yeah, they do a cover. We've got the 7-inch somewhere of She Sells Sanctuary, which is a cult song. And I think, oh god, I'm not sure, but I think they're a Melbourne band. But yeah, very difficult to find. And yeah, glad we picked up a nice copy at the fair. Next, 10,000 Maniacs, Blind Man's Zoo. And yeah, the track I remember off this album is Eat for Two. Natalie Merchant, I think it's her name. Yeah, beautiful, clear, just, yeah, very feminine voice. So that's, yeah, it was a nice pickup. 12-inch single, 2 men, a drum machine and a trumpet, and the song was Tired of Being Pushed Around. Yeah, I remember that song, the very early days of Rage used to be on. So that was a good 12-inch to find. One for Mrs. D, this one. Greystoke, the Legend of Tarzan, Lord of the Oaks. What's this, 84?
Yeah, best Tarzan. I thought it was one of the best Tarzan played by Christopher Lambert.
Yeah, there he is there. So that's, yeah, one for the Mrs.'s soundtracks collection. Yeah, and very cheap too it was. Digging in the past for here, the Cockroaches album, and the main one, what's it called? Hey, Let's Go. I think it's called She's the One. And yeah, some of those went on to make mega bucks or mega millions of bucks as the Wiggles. So that's yeah, this is the band they were in before that, the Cockroaches. This is one where you buy it on the strength of the label, and this is Decline of the Reptiles and the Hammer Speaks. And what got me onto that? It is a waterfront recording, and yeah, I know Ben Rankin's there. If you look at his channel, he does speak about them as well. And yeah, they're good, always good stuff. So yeah, any waterfront, Citadel, Red Eye, or the crazy one was Black Eye, any of those sort of indie labels. Phantom Records was another one. yeah, just grab them generally, because you usually get good stuff. So that's one we got. This is a band that, oh god, I vaguely remember at the very start of the 90s, very end of the 80s, and this is a band called Temper Temper, and it's an EP, and it's called Station Road. That is Flying Pig Records. All I remember for them is that a track that was called, what was that song? What Have I Done to Deserve This? I think it's a 12-inch, but yeah, I haven't found a copy yet, but I'm chasing one. And yeah, this turned up, so it was grabbed. And we've got some on the 4AD label, this Mortal Coil, and an EP, and that has got Song to the Siren on it. So that's a absolute standout classic, that track. Classic metal, Iron Maiden, and yeah, Live After Death, the double album. This is an Aussie OG, roughly 85 I think it is. Yeah, it's a gatefold double from way back when. The Lighthouse Keepers and Tales of the Unexpected. And once again, it's an indie label I like. This is on Hot Records. So yeah, anything they they're Song Ocean Liner, isn't it? You know that, don't you? Yes. Yeah, we heard it the other day. I think I checked out on YouTube, but yeah, those sort of indie bands, yeah, I love to find, because back in the day we had no YouTube or anything like that. So this sort of stuff was either word of mouth, or you got lucky and found one at a shop or something. So that's yeah, the Lighthouse Keepers. Safety Numbers by Margaret Ehrlich. Very end of the 80s, I think. And yeah, the really good track is Escaping, as it says on the hype sticker there. Yeah, she was formerly from New Zealand and came over here. Yeah, oh goodness, I can't remember the name she had. She had a couple of other bands over there. I can't remember them offhand, but that was, yeah, once she got here, this did pretty well from memory. Very early Venetians, I can't remember offhand if this is the first one, I'm not sure. Yeah, Step Off the Edge by the Venetians. This is 1980. And yeah, I know Shine the Light was one of the tracks off it. So that's, what's that, 42 years old now, so it's showing our age. And here's a stylish cover from the Motors. Yeah, what's it called? Yeah, Tenement Steps. Yeah, sort of that way sort of thing. It's yeah, great little layout as well. So that was another one. Yeah, powerful voices in the Heart, and yeah, Little Queen, and of course it's got the absolutely fantastic track Barracuda. Yeah, they could certainly sing those. What did we buy this one? The strength of the cover, monochrome set, Strange Boutique. I think they're British from memory. This is what, roughly 1980 or something like that. It was very cheap, so why not? And then a couple of the 12-inch singles from this lady. That was Martika, and this is picture sleeve for Toy Soldiers. And her big one was I Feel the Earth Move. Yeah, she went underground after a few years after, yeah, she just got sick of the success and just disappeared for a while. But yeah, this is at the height of her success, these ones. I actually found some opera when I was there. Yeah, not many sellers generally have this stuff, but yeah, there's a couple of Maria Callas tracks on this, so grabbed it. And here's the XL Capris. This is the Weeds album. I still haven't found Where Is Hank. That's the other one they've got. I think it's like a dog kennel or something as the cover. Yeah, and the XL Capris were the very early incantation of Joanna Piggott, who ended up doing Scribble and probably more famous or infamously well known because she wrote a song or two for Johnny Farnham and helped him get mega successful again. So yeah, you can thank her. If you don't like Johnny Farnham, go and argue with Joanna Piggott about it because she helped write some of those songs. But this is very early post-punk, I think it is, and yeah, not easy to find, and glad to pick that one up. And when you see a cover like this...
I heard you buy that cover.
Yes, you did notice it, and I noticed it, of course. And yeah, that's this is the Joneses and Tits and Champagne. What a cover and what a title. And who we got there, darling? Sophia Loren, Jane Mansfield, and yeah, don't know what Sophia's looking at there, but yeah, that's the classic. That's what you call what they call it, side eye. So yeah, this was cheap, and I think it's quite a expensive one from memory. So yeah, happy to find that. So another 12-inch 6.6 Sputnik, the Love Missile F-111, brilliant stuff. Some Aussie Ed Cooper, Electrical Storm. This is probably one of the earlier ones from memory, but yeah, that was quite cheap. What have I got this for? I don't know. She as good as Kylie? Probably not, but yeah, Colette and All I Want to Do Is Dance. And I think she got on the Stock Aitken Waterman bandwagon from memory. Tone Loc. And what's this called? Loped After Dark. And of course it's got Wild Thing and Funky Cold Medina are the standouts on this. And there's the front of a Jaguar E-Type there. Some Thomas Dolby Hyperactive 12-inch. Fantastic track. Party Girls. This is an Aussie all-girl group. I think they're into girls as well from memory. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I think they were.
Now.
And yeah, pity the covers are not minty, but yeah, this is not easy to find. So yeah, it was at a good price too, so we grabbed that. Yeah, it's an EP from Party Girls. The Sports and the Sondra album. Nice EP from Died Pretty. Yeah, classic band. Really like them. This is the Next to Nothing one. Yeah, I think it's got 4 songs on that. Roughly 86 from memory. Bit of glam and a few flares, and that's Hush. And this is Nothing Stays the Same Forever. I think this is a sort of a best of. And yeah, they're Glad All Over. Huge song. Yeah, and Boney Maroney, wasn't it? Skinny as a stick of macaroni. So there's a dig into the past there. And I've picked up another Hush. This is 77 apparently. Yeah, I've still haven't opened these yet. I've still got them just in the box. But that's another album by Hush. This is Touche. Russell Morris. Yeah, Russell Morris and the Rubes. Russell Morris, yeah, famous for what's those songs he had? Rachel. Yeah, Rachel is Coming Home, and what's the one he did with Meldrum? Ollie Meldrum, Russell. Yeah, The Real Thing. Yeah, that's right. That was a bit of a beautiful, yeah, really good song that. But yeah, Hush. Yeah, really like that song, Hush. That's on this. So there's Russell Morris and the Rubes. I think this is 1980. And a bit of New Zealand stuff. This is the Chills. This is the 12-inch single for what would be their best known song, Heavenly Pop Hit. So that's yeah, I think that's the same as the album art from memory. And Dive Into the Church. Remote Luxury. This is, yeah, I think it's a German, yeah, that's one of the biggest hype stickers you probably want to put on a cover, but yeah, so there's, yeah, gorgeous artwork for the church. How good is this old one? This is Never Say Never, Romeo Void. I remember that clip in the early days of Rage, the black and white clip with that. She's Indian, I think, part Indian, as in American Indian. Yeah, might like you better if we slept together, but that's the 12-inch for that. Some good time Aussie here, the Hoodoo Gurus album. This is, yeah, Blow You Cool. What's their big one off this one? Yeah, What's My Scene? Yeah, I know that was a very big track. So that's, yeah, the Hoodoos from probably the late-ish 1980s. Some very early Laughing Clowns, which was Ed Cooper's band after he went out of the Saints. I think this is their, could be their first. It's 1980. Yeah, there's the, yeah, these aren't that easy to find, these ones. And what's this label on? I think it's Missing Link. Yes, I know some of them are on Hot Records, but yeah, this is a Missing Link label. And another one, and the last one to show, is their best ever track, which is Eternally Yours. And this is the 12-inch for that. Yeah, beautiful sax break in it. Just an utterly brilliant song. One of the best Aussie songs we've ever put out. Who was it? Louise Elliott. Yeah, she's credited on the sax for this. So that's yeah, Laughing Clowns and the 12-inch for Eternally Yours. So there you have it. There's a yeah, what we got over the week and a half I think it's been. So yeah, I've got 7-inch singles as well. So I'll probably have to do a separate video of them. And we grabbed a few CDs as well. So yeah, good times. Yeah, it's good to be able to get out again and do fairs and things. And yeah, there's quite a few sellers getting out as well and trying to offload some stuff. And if you got the money, you jump on board. So we try to do that. So yeah, for all you who watch, thanks very much, and I'll see you later.